back to the podcast. This will be episode 5 of Taboo Tater Tots Club.
Where we talk about anything that interests us, anything politically unacceptable or socially unacceptable, or basically anything that's frowned upon or just interests us, whether it be our deepest desires or our racial inequalities.
You know, the word taboo.
Yeah, anything taboo. So, Nick, first off, how was your week? Haven't seen you in about a few days at least.
It was pretty eventful. My wife is in college. She gets a stipend 3 or 4 times a year.
How is she doing, by the way? I don't ask that enough.
Oh, she's doing good. She's doing really good. They actually just gave her a new... It's called Advair for her lungs because she's asthmatic. And usually she just uses a rescue inhaler like almost 20 times a day.
Like albuterol or something like that? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get that pain. I really do.
And since she's been taking the Advair and the rescue inhaler, she's only been having to take the inhaler like maybe twice a day. So that's been a relief. Yeah, that's been a fucking relief. But this stipend, she got some kind of grant that gives her about $800 per stipend. We got that. We're probably going to get the big check here soon. But we got a new bed frame. We got a new tire cover for my Jeep. It has the Death Star on it.
That's fucking awesome.
And I also got, I purchased Minecraft for like the 6th time.
On what device this time?
My PS5.
Go figure.
Yeah. Which, I tried to put my Microsoft account on it, but I accidentally put it on my wife's PSN account, and I can't unhook it. Like, it's impossible. I called Minecraft support, and I called PlayStation support. It's impossible. So, I fucked that up. But either way, the PlayStation... RIP, yes. The PlayStation actually uses a different type of token system on Minecraft than any other version of Minecraft. So I can't just transfer all my skins and texture packs and everything over to the PlayStation account anyway. So I thought, whatever, I'll just start fresh. And there's a mod that you can buy that adds a security system. It has laser doors. It has cameras.
Once I saw that they were adding add-ons to Minecraft.
It's fucking dope! There's an actual computer that you can set on a table that actually you can see what the cameras see. You can link them with redstone and it's fucking cool!
Did you know I could do that with command blocks?
I'm sure you could, but I'm a pleb, so I can't.
It's actually not that hard.
I bet it's not, no. And then we got lunch and dinner at a couple of different takeout places. And Linner, yes. And then we had to pay H&R Block because we didn't have enough to pay them to do our taxes because I owe the IRS this time. I'm not getting... Actually, that's not true. I'm getting $20 back state because of the grocery tax, I think it is. Because there was 1 month last year that I did not have food stamps. So we're getting $20 back. But I owe the IRS like over $600.
Go lay down, buddy. Yeah, the fucking governmental system is a fucking joke. I know I said that, I think, in the 2nd episode, right?
Well, it's worth saying as many times as possible.
Because it's true. Speaking of which, are you done with your week, by the way?
Yeah.
I say week, but...
We also deep cleaned our room. That's about it.
Well, literally pretty much all I did was just hang out and do my own thing like I do every other day.
Yeah.
Or not every other day like I do every day. Mm-hmm. But like it was a normal day for me.
Yeah.
Anyways, So, the first and the second episodes went up. We talked a little bit about it before hopping on.
Yes.
But I want to really just kind of talk creatively here
Sure.
on how we feel about 1 and 2.
Sure.
So, how do you feel about 1?
I think it was a pretty good episode. Even though we had zero to talk about, we found plenty to talk about.
Yeah, honestly, that's sometimes the best thing to do is just improv the improv, you know?
Yeah, just the entire way through.
Yeah, which is great because I'm a spontaneous person. You know this. How many times have I ran up to you and gone, let's go to Maverick, let's go hump a tree? I've never said that, but, you know, that...
Yeah.
I'm trying to prove a point here.
Yes.
I'm spontaneous. I do not like to plan shit.
Yeah. Do I look like a man with a plan? Because I am not.
There isn't any video capture, so they wouldn't know.
I understand.
Oh, it was rhetorical.
It's a reference, actually.
Oh, well, I'm too uncultured.
You never seen The Dark Knight? The one with Heath Ledger's Joker? Oh. I'm like a dog. I don't know if I would... I fucked that up.
You're talking about Batman?
Yes, Batman. The Dark Knight. Yes. Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight, starring the Batman and the Joker.
You do understand that I have literally never actually sat down and watched any fucking Batman?
If there was one Batman that I would force you to watch, it would be The Dark Knight.
I would sit down to... Like, I had friends growing up who were huge Batman plebs.
Mm-hmm. Like, people who don't like cape shit like The Dark Knight.
And they would be like, we're going to watch Batman. And I'd be like, okay, I guess. You know, just kind of... They're my friends, so I'll humor them. 10 minutes later, my ADHD asks, well, I'm going to go ride a bike. I'm going to literally go do anything else.
Yeah.
10 of anything else, really.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's fucking hell being an ADHD person. And so, like, I never actually sat down and watched any fucking superhero shit. I sat down.
Hey, fantastic idea for a Patreon exclusive podcast is us doing commentary over The Dark Knight.
I'd watch that.
Yeah.
Listen to that, I guess.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Hell, we could even do fucking face cam, probably.
Maybe. I'll think about that. I don't want my face on the internet.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But I'm just saying for Patreon. You know?
Yeah. Patreon.
Really just kind of add that little extra flair.
Yeah.
So.
Which anyways, the Patreon is also up. We just don't have any tiers or anything set up.
Oh, it is up?
Yes, it is live. People can join for free. But I haven't posted any tiers or any schedule or anything like that yet.
Okay. Do you want me to just, like, cry later and then we'll have the tiers?
Ha 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 ha. Sorry, I keep cutting you off. This is the episode where I cut you off.
Hey, we gotta change rules sometimes.
Anyway, what were you gonna say?
I don't remember.
Cool.
So, anyways, back to the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel it went overall? How do you feel the overall reception was?
The reception? I mean, we have a single like on it and 17 views, so I think we did pretty well on that.
And 2 subscribers. Again, you're welcome.
3.
3? Oh, yeah, because...
Our friend.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, still, you're welcome.
Yes.
I have been promoting the shit out of it.
I haven't done a whole lot of promoting for it, so I'm going to probably... after we record our episodes for today, I will schedule... the other episode that's ready to be uploaded, and then I will do some promoting for it. I've been wanting to do that.
Speaking of promoting, I kind of touched on it a little bit before we started recording.
Mm-hmm.
But in the first episode, I yelled, "Taste my nuke, bitch."
Yes.
And I want to get that on a t-shirt.
Yes.
Just like our logo and Taste My Nuke Bitch.
Actually, that would be wonderful channel art for like the banner.
And then like the YouTube link, youtube.com/Taboo Tater Tot Club.
I think it would be wonderful to have like cartoon woman lips with the tongue sticking out, and then a nuke in the shape of a pill.
And like obviously we don't gotta like bulk order.
Well, yes.
T-shirts.
Yes.
But like us just wearing them around in public.
That would be pretty good.
It's gonna catch a lot of fucking attention, you know.
Be like, what's that shirt? I like the design. Or like, that's a weird design. What does that mean?
Well, you're gonna have to listen to our podcast to figure all that out.
Yeah, you can't exactly put the word, well, I guess you could, but you'd get a lot of frowns. The word bitch on a shirt, so it could just be like TMNB. And people are like, what does that stand for? And then you can say, taste my nuke, bitch.
Or what I was actually planning on doing, because I thought about that, is just putting the
asterisk,
the little star,
yes,
on the eye.
Sure, I suppose.
Because then it's culturally friendly.
I suppose.
So, but I fucking love the idea of just having a T-shirt that says "Taste My Nuke, Bitch."
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
With our logo and like a nuke and like the channel link.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you can't tell me that would not be great at fucking advertisement.
You just gave me another idea for a shirt. Have two different QR codes over where your nipples would go on the shirt. One of them sends you to a Rickroll, and the other one sends you to our channel. So it'd be 50-50.
Scan my titties!
Yeah. Literally, you could say that underneath, like in a curved pattern, or like to follow the curvature of your ribs.
Yeah.
It just says, scan my titties. Or scan me. Promise you'll like it. Something like that.
If you can read this, scan me.
Yeah. We can workshop some ideas.
Yeah. But I would fucking love, even if it's just T-shirts for you and me, starting out. You know?
Yeah, that would be pretty good.
In fact, I am like dead set on that.
Huh?
I am like dead set on that, honestly.
Okay, sure.
Taste my nuke, motherfucking bitch!
Maybe not that aggressive, but...
I know, and I also think that's gonna be my new catchphrase. Taste my nuke, bitch.
Sure.
So, overall though, the first episode...
I'd give it an 8 out of 10.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I'd even go give it an 8.5, just to one-up you.
Sure. That's fair.
And the second one, personally, I wasn't as happy.
Yeah, I wasn't horribly impressed with it.
Which I'm sure a lot of other people will agree with us as well.
Yeah, I'd give that a 6.5.
I'd give it a 4.
A 4?
Yeah.
It's your own fucking podcast. Give it at least a 5. Damn.
Well, we're our own worst critics, you know.
Sure, I guess.
And the energy just was not there. The topics.
Yeah. I mean, the idea was good, but the execution wasn't all that great.
And that was the second one we recorded, so obviously it's going to be a little...
Meh.
Yeah, exactly. Guys, we record these in bulk. We record 2 a day so that we can spend the rest of the time editing and, you know, uploading. By the way, speaking of editing...
Not 2 a day, at the very least 2 a week.
Yeah.
So at least we'll have some for the week following. Right now we have 2 in the chamber, and then after today we'll have 4 in the chamber.
By the way,
yes.
Editing wise, when the intro music ends and you start talking, you should do a fade in
To me talking?
Yeah. From the intro music.
Well, see, I do a fade out with the intro music, and I don't let the intro music end. I start talking when it starts fading. So when I'm like 10 seconds into my little intro spiel, that's when it's completely faded out.
Could we at least look into doing that?
Yeah, we can. I can
because I think
try
that would
it out.
fucking be really cool.
Okay.
And it's what a lot of people actually do.
Yeah, I can definitely try that out.
And the second thing I wanted to bring up, and you're gonna hate me for this,
Probably not.
but Taco, can you stop licking yourself, please?
Taco the dog is eating his own ass, like dogs do.
No, he was licking his dick, actually.
Oh, was he?
Taco, can you stop, please? He's like, what?
But it tastes so good. That's gross.
Yeah, well, only you would know what dick tastes like.
Are you kink shaming me?
No, I'm just being a homophobe.
Okay.
Or a half homophobe, I guess.
A biphobe. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, editing something.
So I gave you the okay on the channel art.
Yes.
At the time, I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I was okay with it, but I also wasn't terribly serious about the podcast as I am now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, for starters, the background should not be brown.
The background of it? Okay.
Yeah. It's just not very appealing to the eye.
I kind of thought about that. The reason why I went with a lighter brown tannish color is because, tater tots are brown.
Yeah, and I mean that in the most respectful...
No, I understand.
Obviously, you put a lot of time and effort into that,
Yeah, I understand.
And I feel bad, voicing my opinion.
No,
but
go ahead. It's half your channel.
Exactly. So, but if you say it's perfect the way it is, then I'll shut my mouth,
I'm fine with it the way that it is, but if you want to tweak it, that's perfectly fine. It's just I won't be able to do that horribly soon. Like I said, my wife is in college. She's getting stipend for her scholarships. One of the things that we're going to get with her big check, which she's expecting about $3,500, I'm going to get a professional tablet. Not just a fucking Kindle that I doodle on. I'm going to be getting a nice Samsung Galaxy something or other. So once I get that, we can look into tweaking some colors or doing different things with the art.
Yeah, and like I said, it's nothing against you or the work you've done. I like the concept. The concept is 100% there.
Yeah, no, I understand.
And the other thing was, and we'll have to see it with the different background color. Mm-hmm. But the shit show supervisor hat, in real life, I don't know if you knew, but the hat is black.
I know. It's just, shit show. I did the lettering in piss yellow and then the hat in shit brown.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, that's why that.
Okay.
Shit brown and piss yellow.
So, but those are my only two critiques.
But yeah, if you want to change anything about the art, just let me know and we can...
Yeah,
I can mock up a couple of different...
And like I said, I mean this in the most respectful...
Yeah, I get it.
...way possible,
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to take a drink.
You're good.
So, moving on to our first topic of the day. That was a really long fucking intro, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was alright.
How long was it?
19 minutes.
It's pretty long.
Yeah. I mean, it's an hour and a half podcast. It's fine.
Minimum.
Yeah.
So, did you hear about the shooting back on March 21st?
March 21st.
In Chicago.
No, I don't think I did.
So, I haven't done all the research that I want to do on it. But there is something that really is just kind of pissing me off. So, this happened back on March 21st, 2023. 4.
Yes.
And then they just released the body cam footage yesterday. Okay?
Uh-huh.
But I can't find the full unedited body cam footage.
Yeah.
Because I'm not logged into YouTube.
Oh.
And it's age restricted.
I see.
So that I don't have a complete and full opinion of it yet. Unless you want to throw it on the TV and we can watch it real quick and then come back to this.
Just put out your initial thoughts first, and then we can do that, and then compare what you thought versus what you think.
Yeah, okay. So, the news is all over it, and Chicago is very anti-police.
Yes.
They are, I'm pretty sure, I'm 99% sure they were one of the disabolish or disband the police cities.
Yes, very ACAB, very social health workers, which I'm not against, but you don't replace the police with that. You add it.
Yeah, if anything, you send a police officer with the social health worker.
Yes.
For precautions'
Yes.
sake. Like, that, just sending a social worker, that is fucking retarded to me. And that's someone who struggles with mental health every fucking day.
Yeah.
You know. So, anyways. Have you ever seen, like, drug busts and stuff like that?
Yes. In general, yes.
Yes. Where they have, like, the unmarked vehicles and the low-profile vests and everything.
I've actually witnessed one in real life, yes.
Really?
Yeah, my neighbor used to... Okay, so my neighbor right now is the son of who I used to live next to. Like, the dude died, and then his son moved into the house.
Okay.
The son... it still does drugs, but used to sell it too. And one day I was working at Insert Internet Company here, and I was just going out to my car, going to work, and it was just surrounded with unmarked vehicles. And people walking in and out, and yeah.
That'd be really fucking cool to see, honestly.
It was a little terrifying.
Oh, I'm sure, but after the fact, you know.
Yeah.
But they were probably wearing plain clothes and stuff like that, right?
They were wearing plain clothes, but you could definitely tell that they had, like, vests underneath, and they definitely had, some of them had, like, tactical belts with different doodads and things.
Yeah, so I don't understand how many unmarked cars were here during this, what is going to turn into a shooting. Mm-hmm. But the news keeps calling them a tactical officer, which is not true. They are calling them tactical officers because they are wearing plain clothes with vests over the front of it, and some say police on the back, and in the body cam, at least of what I could find and watch, there was one officer who was in full fucking uniform. But the news is like, why did they... So the original stop was for a seatbelt violation. But then the window tint was pretty dark. So people were like, how'd you see the fucking seatbelt through the fucking window tint? And I'm like... They might have stopped the car because of the window tint. Because dark window tint over a certain percentage is illegal in most states in the U.S.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Canada too.
A lot of places in the world, yes.
Yeah. So, but I do agree that the, quote, tactical officers, again, tactical officers would be like a SWAT team.
Yes.
These guys didn't even have rifles. There wasn't even a shotgun.
Just handguns?
From what I saw. Now, reports state that they fired 96 shots from 4 guns. Okay, going back to, I believe it was, I don't remember what episode it was in, but police officers are trained to shoot until the threat stops.
Yes.
Okay. So I can respect the 96 shot thing. Excessive? Maybe a little bit. But at the end of the day, I wasn't there. I have never experienced those.
I would rather be overly sure than dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Or injured, yes.
Exactly. And a cop was injured. A cop got shot in the hand. Or reports are kind of all over the place on it. Mm-hmm. Some say wrist, some say forearm. Mm-hmm. Like, make up your fucking mind.
Yeah.
And the reason I want to talk about this is because in the footage that I have seen, the guy never got out of the car. And I have looked high and low for footage of this.
Yes.
Because I'm not going to talk about it without doing my research. I am going to 100% do my damnedest to know everything I can find. Mm-hmm. So, essentially what happened is Unmarked pulls a white SUV over, driven by a black man by the name of Dexter Reed.
Okay.
I'm sure you can already see where this is going with it being a black man and it being in Chicago. Mm-hmm. People are not very happy about it.
Yeah.
Regardless of the facts. And so, and they are also wanting the cops fired and criminal charges to be pressed against them.
Okay.
But here's the kicker. They pulled the car over. Okay? Mm-hmm. And I don't understand what has transpired before. Mm-hmm. We do not know. I don't know if we will ever know. But I'm thinking that because they were in plain clothes with the vests, they were, and by the way, the vests said police on them, mind you.
Yes.
Which the one news agency said they didn't identify themselves as police.
Okay.
Why the fuck would you stop then? You know? Like, first of all, they had the fucking wee-woos, you know, going. And he stops. And
oh, it's a mariachi band. They want to sing to me.
Right? And, oh, it's my birthday!
Yeah.
And, like, that's just so fucking stupid. And the reason I want to talk about this is because the news agencies and people in Chicago are trying to make this a racial issue. They are trying to make it a cab issue.
Yeah.
You know, when the reality is, they pulled the guy over. They start giving commands immediately to the guy. He doesn't comply. He starts to roll up the tinted window, mind you. Mm-hmm. So they deploy firearm. Mm-hmm. And he shot first.
I understand.
The Dexter Reed, the victim in this case, shot first.
The aggressor?
The guy that got pulled over. Yes. Keep in mind, he decided it was a great idea to ignore the orders given by police. Mm-hmm. And his family, like, I'm not going to say that they're bad people or anything like that. Mm-hmm. I can't imagine what they're fucking going through. I can't. Right. But they are only focusing on the good aspects of Dexter Reed, which I get wanting to see the deceased in a positive light and everything like that. Mm-hmm. But then why are you pushing for these police officers to be fired without knowing all the fucking facts first? Yeah. Like, the shooting is still under investigation. keep in mind this happened on March 21st.
Mm-hmm.
I think it happened back in March.
Mm-hmm.
So,
less than a month ago.
yeah. So it's a pretty convoluted situation. And then to make matters worse, there is a thing in Chicago called COPA.
Okay.
Citizen something police accountability.
Okay.
Which they try to pretend they're not a political group, but let's be honest, they're a fucking political group. So, there were 4 officers with...
Civilian Office of Police Accountability.
Yep, there you go. Some reports say there were 4 officers. Some reports say that there were 5 officers. I can't get a definitive answer.
Mm-hmm.
But a common tactic with police officers is, and what I think happened is this guy was gang related or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or drug related.
Mm-hmm.
Or something like that, you know. Or else he wouldn't have plainclothed officers in unmarked vehicles on his ass.
Mm-hmm.
And a very common thing to do is wait for a violation to make the traffic stop.
Mm-hmm.
That is because if you try to do it, at their home, they could run in and grab a gun, and then you have a worse situation. So they wait for the opportunity to make a traffic stop, which has been proven to be perfectly legal.
Mm-hmm.
Because at that point, it's not entrapment.
Yes.
So, I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
Because immediately the cop jumps down and is like, what the fuck are you doing? You know?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't understand why that particular phrase was said. It doesn't give any fucking context whatsoever. Other than the straight shooting.
Okay.
Which, again, COPA tries to pretend they're not a political organization. They are a political organization. They are the ones that released the body cam footage yesterday.
Oh.
So, who knows what else has been tampered with?
Which today is April 10th, so it would have been the 9th.
Yes. So, who knows what else was tampered with?
Right.
And then another news outlet, and this thoroughly pissed me the fuck off. A news outlet said that Dexter Reed, got out of the car after being shot.
Alright, sorry about that. The dogs are barking at the mailman. You were talking about how
the suspect
got out of the car.
Supposedly, according to this news outlet, had gotten out of the car during the shooting after being shot multiple times.
Yes.
And the cops kept shooting. And then the news anchor goes on to say, and then one cop walks up and point blank executes the dude.
The news station said this.
Yes.
Okay.
First off, there was only one news outlet that had stated this. Mm-hmm. Second of all, in any of the fucking body cam footage that I combed through, and believe me, I looked and looked and looked to the best of my ability with the resources that I have, could not find a single even fucking indication that he was executed. Especially because he died at the hospital.
I see.
So, therefore, it wouldn't be an execution anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So, And then the mayor of Chicago, in a press statement, said that police shootings are unacceptable. The fucking stupidity of this. Like, you're a person of color. How do you feel about that statement?
I am a person of tan. But
Which
either
is
way,
a color.
I think that's fucking horseshit. Cause if there is one single reason for a police shooting, that statement automatically makes it incorrect.
And you gotta remember that the suspect shot first.
Yeah.
The suspect refused to follow lawfully given orders.
Yeah.
Or what I have to assume were lawfully given orders. We don't know the reason for the stop. We don't know why they were plainclothed officers.
Yeah.
But they are also not tactical officers. That is the part that multiple news agencies were calling them tactical officers.
Yeah.
No, they are either a drug unit or a gang unit or something like that. You know, it's just fucking ridiculous. Like, you can't fucking talk about shit if you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Look, I have been a victim of racial profiling and police aggregation just because I'm darker than them. I get that. But also at the same time, like, do what you're told, comply,
and shut the fuck up.
And shut the fuck up.
Right?
Like, how hard is that? Like, even if you have an ounce on you of whatever drug, like, if you do what the officer tells you to...
And you're honest.
They
will work with you.
Like, you don't have to give them 100% of the information that you know. Like, if you're stopped for a speeding or whatever, and they're like, hey, buddy, do you mind if I take the drug dog around the car? You could say, I'm sorry, officer. I don't consent to searches and seizures. That's perfectly fine. But at the same time, you don't have to say, like, bitch ass motherfuckers, get out, fuck out of my way. You ain't gonna search this car. Fuck you. Like, that's not how you do that. People piss me off so much in these kinds of scenarios because, like,
right? And
give respect. Get respect.
The way that this dude was fucking dressed did not help his case at all.
Yeah.
Like, if you had shown me this video before me knowing what was going to happen, and I hadn't seen the name of the video, I would immediately have guessed he's going to shoot.
Yeah.
Because of how he was dressed and his body language. Okay.
Interesting.
Like, not even the fact that he's black.
Yeah.
Like, I don't profile like that. His race is completely unrelated to this topic. At least for me. So, but like, he was wearing a fucking hoodie in a tinted newer SUV. No, a heavy, like a snow coat with a hoodie.
Yeah.
And he had it like, he looked like a fucking peanut.
He looked like he was he had something to hide.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, even, like, I like to watch it from an officer's perspective. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, this is not going to end well.
Yeah.
So, but, and you'll see when we watch the video and come back to this, you know. But, again, know all the fucking facts first.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he shot first.
Yes.
Copa even said that.
Yes.
So therefore, they had reason to shoot. And they don't have to give us all the fucking information about why they pulled him over.
Right.
Or, because, again, they are plain-clothed officers.
Yeah.
So there is more to the story than what we are being told. Whether it's being kept by Chicago PD, they're prosecuting office or the COPA.
Or the family.
Well, the family doesn't have access necessarily to that type of information.
Well, they could.
Okay, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Someone somewhere is hiding something.
Yes.
I do not believe it was just a seatbelt violation or a window tint violation. Mm-hmm. The window tint violation is my personal theoretical addition. Mm-hmm. Because that window tint was fucking dark as fuck.
Yeah.
So, just overall, like, this is just a very politically charged topic, and frankly, it shouldn't be. A shooting happened. The suspect shot first. There's more than likely a reason that they were there in the first place, mm-hmm. and not just uniformed officers, which, by the way, I don't know if I said this earlier, but there was a uniformed officer mm-hmm. there.
Yeah.
So, they shouldn't have had to announce that they were fucking police. Mm-hmm. Like, I just don't fucking understand it. Like, yeah, police impersonation is a thing. But, in Chicago, really?
Yeah.
Like, impersonating police is a good way to get shot in Chicago.
Yeah.
Like, it's so fucking stupid, it fucking makes me lose brain cells.
Yeah.
But 96 shots from 4 guns. Mm-hmm. In the span of 41 seconds.
Damn.
How many of those are from the suspect, though?
Yeah. And what kind of weapon was he? Was it just a handgun? Do we know that? Was it?
I'm gonna assume it was a handgun, but.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll watch the footage and come back.
Yeah, and we'll watch it from a channel that I actually trust and know won't politically left or right. Mm-hmm. Just gives the video, gives the facts.
Yes.
That's it. You know. Shout out to police activity.
Okay.
But like, those are just the points that I personally have a problem with. The fact that the mayor went and said on a press conference that all police shootings are unacceptable.
Which Chicago is a very, very democratic place, politically. So
Democrat is the only fucking political party with the term rat in it.
Let's not go there. But
sorry, I'm on a high horse. I'm on a high horse here, you know.
But it's very, like, of course he would say that sort of thing. Like, yeah.
But also, you can't say, as a news outlet, you can't say that a police officer executed someone without showing proof. And on top of that, as a news outlet, you cannot say that a police officer executed someone and be the only fucking news outlet saying that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, words mean things. Like,
that's the only thing I can fucking say. It's just confused screaming, you know?
Yeah.
So, and I look forward to seeing the entire fucking video. Mm-hmm. Maybe we'll answer a lot of questions. Mm-hmm. But from what I understand, people still have a shit ton of fucking questions. But maybe that's just because the fucking news outlets out there are fucking retarded as hell.
So before we go on, we can pause it right here and watch this video. But before we go on, I just want to say a disclaimer that we don't know shit about fuck. We are just speaking out of our ass, giving our opinions, and we are not giving any kind of advice. We're not giving any kind of you should do this or that. We're just two dumb tater tots sitting on a couch.
2 couches, technically, but...
2 couches, yes. We're 2 bros sitting 15 feet apart because we're not gay. Just kidding.
But something I want to say is...
Yeah.
while I am a complete and fucking idiot,
Complete and fucking idiot. Mm-hmm. That's what you just said.
point proven.
Yes.
I know what I'm talking about when I come to this shit.
Yeah, I haven't known you for horribly long, but when it comes to things like this, you do know your shit. You do your research.
I watch police body cams and dash cams and stuff for fun. And
Yes.
on top of that, I've been doing that for years. I wanted to go into law enforcement.
Mm-hmm.
I have read police training manuals.
Mm-hmm.
I know what the fuck I am talking about.
Yeah.
I have sat down and actually talked to a lot of fucking police officers and been like, what do you do in this situation? What do you do in this situation?
Mm-hmm.
And, like, a lot of the cops in our local area,
Mm-hmm.
I know
Personally.
on a first name basis.
Yeah.
And that's not from any negative association. It's just, hey, insert name here. How you doing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And just really just kind of being nice and talking with them.
Yeah.
And it helps that I live down the road from a fucking police station.
Yeah, he literally lives like 2.5 blocks away.
Actually, technically 2 police stations because there's PD.
And then there's a sheriff's office.
There's sheriff.
Yeah.
All within, what would you say, like quarter mile, if that?
Yeah.
Of my
Like
my
our
house.
town is so small. Literally the PD, the dispatch station, the juvie, the courthouse, and the sheriff's office are all within like probably not even a full mile of each other. Probably about 0.8 miles from each other.
Where is the dispatch center, out of curiosity?
The dispatch center?
Yeah.
Um,
At the sheriff's department, or?
No, actually, that is City Hall. That's where it's at. It's over by the post office and by where Smith's used to be.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Not because of Smith's. I didn't know we had a Smith's here.
You used to.
What happened?
Just went out of business. Family Dollar. Actually, I think it was around the same time Family Dollar moved in. So it might have been because of that.
Probably.
They were always overhyped and they're too expensive anyway.
So, but and in fact, I know a lot of the fucking dispatchers.
Yeah.
Too. Maybe not by name, but by voice, because
Yeah.
I have a police scanner.
Oh, yeah.
And by the way, that is so much fucking fun to talk about, or not talk about, but listen to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I know I asked you earlier, but you didn't see the police helicopter. You didn't hear
No.
it. Nothing.
No.
There was a police helicopter, not a medevac chopper. No, it was a Idaho State Police chopper, because there is no way in hell any of our local departments have a fucking chopper just sitting around.
Yeah, no. Maybe TF, but not.
No, they do not.
They don't?
Nope.
Does Boise?
Probably.
Like, would that be the closest? Do you think?
Probably, yeah.
Probably, yeah.
But they would probably keep the chopper at the Air Force Base out there.
Oh,
Mountain Home.
Mountain Home, yeah.
Yeah. Just if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Very rarely do police departments keep the helicopter at a police station, actually, contrary to popular belief. But it was flying around, and I know it wasn't a medical chopper, because they were hovering pretty fucking low, and they were orbiting.
I see.
And here's the real kicker. They had a motherfucking spotlight. And they were using that shit.
So they were looking for a motherfucker.
And during this time, obviously, I turned on the scanner to see what the fuck was going on, you know?
Yeah.
Still have no fucking clue what was going on.
Very good.
But there was a shit ton of encrypted chatter.
Ooh.
So, and then we went to Maverick last night, and there were 2 PD and a sheriff at the juvenile center.
Oh.
So I'm thinking that some juveniles did some stupid ass shit, and they had to call in the chopper to fucking help get him. So, but it was fucking crazy to see. And this was less than a mile from my house.
That's
like,
pretty crazy.
You know where the hospital is?
Mm-hmm.
It was down by there.
Oh,
But they were also circling probably the fucking main street right there.
Mm-hmm.
They were circling, or I guess orbiting, between the hospital and there.
Huh.
So, it was pretty fucking nuts.
I see.
But I guarantee you, no fucking department around here has a chopper on standby. That shit is too fucking expensive. The price to outright buy it, and then the upkeep and maintenance and the training and
fuel and
no. State, on the other hand, they probably have at least 3 or 4. So
yeah. So we will pause it here. We will watch the actual body cam footage, and then we'll be back with some extra insight with that.
Some professional, unprofessional opinion.
Yes. There you go. Okay.
Technical issues.
We are
You're gonna want
back.
You're gonna want to write that down.
Oh. No, it's fine. We're fine.
Okay.
We're back after watching the body cam footage from multiple angles.
The full body cam footage, and some security footage as well. And then after that, we did just a wee bit of research.
Yes.
And I wanted to touch on something that I said earlier and clarify on it.
Yeah, a little bit of a retraction. Clarification.
So earlier I said that shootings by police are not acceptable.
That the mayor said.
Yeah. I want to retract that statement because I misheard the original statement. The statement being, I just realized that your shirt says tacos on it.
Yeah, I have a shirt with Deadpool hanging upside down and he's screaming tacos.
Anyways, the actual quote is,
he's here. It says, this is verbatim what he says. He says, I want to be clear. Shooting a police officer can never be condoned or excused. I will never stand for that.
So, I accidentally gave some bad information for that. I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, now on to the video. Did you think it was a good shoot or a bad shoot?
So, we cannot be 1,000,000% sure that
just in
cops...
your personal opinion.
In my own personal opinion, it looked like the dude in the car, Dexter, he shot first. Therefore, yes, I believe it is a good shoot.
Okay. So, now watching the entire thing and seeing all the footage,
Yes.
we noticed a few things that you couldn't see from just the one body cam. So, we believe the gun was in the passenger seat.
Yes.
Originally. Dexter brought the gun up, shot the cop on the passenger's side, swung the gun around, and shot through the driver's side window.
Yes.
And then somehow the gun ended back up in the driver's side or the passenger side seat.
Yes.
Did you think that they shot too much? Keep in mind there was about 96 rounds. We don't know how many of the rounds were the suspects.
No, I do not believe that they shot too much. Mostly because even when Dexter got out of the car, he still had his hand obscured, probably so that the police still thought that he had a gun. That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah, but he could have also been applying pressure to a specific wound. Who the fuck knows?
Right. But the point is, from all angles, that we could see, when he did get out of the car, it did not. It almost looked like he still had a weapon on him.
Yeah. So now, and this is the part. This is where I'm going to get a little aggravated.
Okay.
Because, as you recall me talking about earlier, the news agency said that there was an execution style kill. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. And in all the footage that we watched, did you see anyone walk up to him with a gun in their hand and shoot?
No.
Exactly. Did you see them shoot point blank multiple times?
No.
Another thing is, during the course of my research, in one article, they said that they didn't render aid until after Dexter was cuffed, even though at that point he had been shot over 50 times. I wanna stop right there for a second and say 50 out of 96? It's fucking awesome. Anyways, police officers, especially tactical units, SWAT and stuff like that, which all I can find is them just being referred to as a tactical unit, which was kind of infuriating. But I think they might be a special investigations unit.
Okay.
Because there were 4 officers in an unmarked police car. Specifically, a police explorer. So that leads me to believe that there was some type of investigation going on. I don't know. Anyways, so tactical units will not start to, contrary to TV and movies and stuff like that, they will always secure the weapon, cuff the suspect, and then render aid.
Yes.
That is to eliminate the threat as quickly as possible.
Yes.
It's the same concept here. You don't want to be rendering aid to someone and then they roll around and shove a gun in your face, you know.
Yeah.
Because then you're completely defenseless. So that kind of annoyed me. But I can understand the misconception.
Yes.
A female officer is quoted in a few different articles saying, "Don't say anything. Keep your be quiet. Keep your mouth shut."
Yes. And I did hear her say that on the footage.
Yes. That is probably because they have to maintain investigational integrity, which means, so when a shooting happens, there's a lot of things that have to happen very quickly and all at once. They have to secure the scene. They have to separate the officers from the scene. They have to separate the officers from each other, which they did not do in this case. Which, honestly, I'm not sure of. Maybe the supervisors knew, hey, this is probably going to go bad.
Yeah.
They collect evidence, they collect body cam footage, shit like that. One guy was freaking out. One guy was shot in the arm. You know, so, and the female, to the guy who was freaking out, said, "Don't say anything, be quiet." We don't know if she was talking to him about the investigators
or the press,
or the press, or just the general public. So I feel that should not be valid in the slightest, because we don't know the context.
Right.
And we as a society should know by now, context means everything.
Yes.
So, there was another thing that caught my attention, and this might piss you off as well. I hope it does, because it fucking irritates the fuck out of me.
Okay.
There is religious groups saying that they want to be the ones investigating this.
What sense does that make?
Their reasoning is it's the only way we can trust a broken police department.
Okay.
What the fuck does that mean?
I'm not sure that solution is good.
Like, and these are like fucking church leaders and stuff like that have no fucking experience in any.
So yeah. So the problem number one with that idea is, one, these are most likely laymen and just people in the community who don't know shit about fuck, like me and you. Two, what religion? Should Protestants look into this? Should Catholics? Should Muslims? What religion? And three, should it be the whole congregation? Or should it be just the pastors or holy men of this religion? Like, what?
And what training do they have?
Exactly.
Like, 95, I guarantee you 99% of religious leaders, regardless of what faith, have any police experience.
Yeah.
Have any investigative background other than, like, CSI and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, like, that doesn't fucking make you an expert.
Qualifications. I have seen every single episode of Law and Order Hawaii. Or whatever offshoot of... Yeah.
It's like... You're gonna just end up contaminating the case.
Yeah.
Like, you are gonna do way more fucking harm than any fucking good.
Yeah.
And, like, this isn't even me hating on a specific religion or religion in general. Mm-hmm. It's just such a fucking retarded fucking idea. I spat everywhere there, sorry.
Hey,
it is such a fucking retarded ass fucking idea that no matter what fucking religion is fucking advocating for this, it's fucking stupid.
It's like going up to someone being like, hey, you're a nurse practitioner, right? Could you help me fix my iPad?
It is...
Stop kicking the table, please.
It's just so fucking dumb. And then I'm not gonna get into specifics, but the particular religion, I actually have it written twice because of how fucking absurd it is.
Okay.
They are turning their religion.
Their what?
They are turning their religion into a political party.
What religion?
I didn't say!
Oh?
So I don't know!
Okay.
But it is literally quoted as our religion.
I mean, if they want to go mask off and say the religion of liberalism or something like that.
It's just so fucking retarded. There is nothing about this fucking case that doesn't hurt my brain.
Yeah.
So, to finish off, I did a little bit of research on, and as did you, I did a little bit of research on Dexter Reed. Specifically his criminal history and court records and, you know, anything public.
Yeah.
Anything public record.
Yeah. So what I could find is just that he had 2 counts of aggravated assault with a weapon and 1 other count of something else. I wasn't sure. It didn't say what. But
So-
those were fairly recent, just last year, and literally he had some sort of court date about those counts against him, like 5 or 6 days before this shooting.
So, what I found, and I went to the Chicago PD website,
Okay.
and I ran into the same problem where it didn't say, it just gave a bunch of letters and numbers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I did was, and this was a pretty big brain move, if I do say so myself, I copied and I pasted it into another window,
Yeah, you could do that.
and it told me. So, pretty big brain if you ask me. Yay, I did a smirt. So, he had priors for retail theft under $300. Wait, so does that mean he stole like a candy bar or something?
Either he stole something worth $300 or under $300 in total, or he stole a couple of things here and there that were in total. You know what I mean?
And he had aggravated assault or aggravated unlawful use of a weapon.
That was the charge that I saw. Yes.
And on top of that, this guy was a certified security guard.
Was he really?
So, in other words, he had a fondness for breaking the law. And having the power trip.
Probably, yeah.
He literally was a rent-a-cop.
Oh, I see.
And the thing that kind of blows my mind is the retail theft under $300. I would imagine most likely is a misdemeanor. But then again, it's fucking Chicago. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
But aggravated unlawful use of a weapon is a felony.
Is it?
Because it shows you have the capability and the intent to use a weapon in an unlawful manner. So they made it a felony so they can just take it away.
I see.
So he shouldn't have even had the gun that he had. That is, providing that he was already charged with it.
I was gonna say, are they allowed to have weapons during the trial
I
or
don't know.
whatever of a felony?
That's an interesting question. I don't know.
Huh.
But the point is, there is still so much that needs to be fucking said and released that it's fucking ridiculous. Like, I'm over here trying to fucking figure... I even fucking went to the 11th district for the Chicago Police Department on their website. And there was no mention of a tactical unit being based out of their department. Even though multiple news articles have said that the unit is based out of that precinct.
Yeah, well,
So-
they probably just see the vests and the guns and the big cars or whatever and think tactical.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't even really make any sense because regular cops wear vests.
I have no.
These cops were in plain clothes, sure, but they only had pistols. Did you see one rifle or one shotgun?
No.
Exactly. So
I want to give them the benefit of the doubt, but they're probably just trying to sensationalize things and are lying.
Yeah, no, one news outlet specifically is lying. The
Yes.
one that went that there
They said
was
an execution.
there was an execution, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, he died at the hospital.
Yeah.
And the footage, which was completely uncut, mind you, does not show a single officer walking up with their gun out and shooting.
Yeah. Once he fell face first onto the ground and stopped moving, they stopped firing.
There was a few pop shots here and there, but yes. I'm not gonna say, you know.
For the most part, I mean, like they didn't continue to shoot him in unison as a squad.
Yeah.
There was like one or two stray bullets after he stopped moving, but
which is completely understandable if you ask me, because you go from that holy shit I might fucking die to he's not moving anymore.
Yeah.
It's gonna take
a second or two to process.
Yeah, and obviously during that fight or flight, you are firing. You know, it's an automated motion.
Yeah.
So it takes a moment to process that, and then takes another moment to stop that automated motion.
Correct.
So I'm not going to hold those pop shots against them either.
Right.
You know, I think it was a good shoot. I think that just the political fucking bullshit that is going on in our country and specifically Chicago is fucking ridiculous. How many fucking gang shootings are there in Chicago alone every night?
Yeah.
And they don't fucking get reported.
Yeah.
And if they do, they're not publicized like this.
Yeah.
So that's my 2 cents on it. But the bottom line is we weren't there. We don't know what happened. Well, we do, but we don't.
We don't know 100% of the details.
Yeah, and I was hoping the body cam might shed some light on the full reason.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and another thing. Did you notice the cops saying like anything vulgar or racist even?
Racist, no. I mean, there were a couple of F-bombs shouted.
Well, yeah, but that's common in police work. You know, turn off the fucking car. Get out of the fucking car.
Don't
drop the
fucking
fucking
move.
gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's...
Other than that, no.
A news article that I read said that before the stop, they were saying a bunch of fucking vulgars and racist shit. So,
I mean, a black cop told the black victim, "Hey, don't roll down this window too, brother."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
that's about it.
I really just think they're fucking, what's the saying or the expression? They're reaching into the basket or something.
They're just reaching.
They're reaching for any reason to be upset.
Yeah.
And like, again, I feel for the family. I do.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, if you are not going to say the absolute fucking truth, they have 3 lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
3.
Yeah.
And they're essentially saying, don't riot, but go and riot, you know.
Yeah. Like, I understand, oh, that's my son, oh, that's my brother, that's my whoever. They couldn't have been a bad guy. I understand that. But, and I'm not saying that this kid was a piece of shit, but, I mean...
He is the one that pulled the gun, and he is the one that shot first.
Yes.
That, like...
You can't deny that. It's in the video. It's in the video, and the group, the citizens group, also relinquished that. He did shoot first.
Yeah, and it's like this entire fucking thing should not be as fucking politically charged as it is.
Just because it's a black dude and it's in Chicago,
and
there were a lot of cops.
There were probably three white cops.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I feel really bad for that one cop who was freaking the fuck out.
I think, there were 3 white cops and at least 2 black cops on the scene first.
Yeah. And they weren't at all bothered.
No.
If anything, the one black cop was in pain.
Yeah.
Because he had gotten shot.
Yeah.
But... And I really just have to commend the leadership and everything from, the watch commander and the sergeant and all that fun stuff, because they did a fantastic job.
Yeah, as far as we can tell from what evidence, what video, what information we have, this seems like a by-the-books operation. Everything went as well as it could have possibly went.
Yeah. At the end of the day, Dexter Reed made that decision to shoot a cop and try to shoot multiple other cops. He decided to pull the fucking gun. Regardless of his race, his age, his sexual preference, or whatever, he is guilty of that. He shot a cop. He shot at multiple cops. He could have complied, and they probably, depending on the original, because I still don't believe that it was a seatbelt violation or a window tint. There was something more to it.
That might have been the initial cause for the pullover, but not for the entire operation.
That is exactly what I'm saying. I do not believe that the seatbelt was the only reason.
I don't care if you're black, Hispanic, or Asian. I don't care if you're male, female, or neither. I don't care what religion you are. I don't care who you are. The second that you start refusing orders from a cop, you forfeit the right to not have violence put upon you. And the second that you pull a gun on a cop, you forfeit the right for you to not live, basically. Like you open the possibility to have more than just violence put upon you, but death. The second that you pulled out any sort of deadly weapon on a cop.
And I want to...
In any situation.
I want to say something here. You can shoot every single cop that is on scene with you. Mm-hmm. But at that point, you're not only running from... Say you shoot a city cop. Mm-hmm. You're not only running from that city police department. You are running from every cop in the country.
Yeah.
You can run. You can hide. But they will find you. And you can't outrun the fucking radio. And you cannot outrun a fucking bullet with your name on it. Which is what's going to happen if you shoot a cop.
To my knowledge, there has never been a point past, like, maybe the 80s, let's say. There has never been a point past the 80s where there has been a cop killer that has gotten away with it. I am, like, 99.9% sure. So you know your fate the second that you pull a deadly weapon on a cop.
Yeah. For example, there was the shooting in Tennessee that I've been obsessed with. Mm-hmm. Because the surviving deputy is fucking hot. But
oh, I think I know what you're talking about, yeah.
But regardless, it is a sad situation that should not have happened.
Yes.
Blount County, Tennessee. Dwayne DeHart Jr., I believe, shot and killed Deputy Gregory Owens?
I think that was his name. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, that sounds right. Gregory Owens. And wounded Shelby something. And he went on a 5-day manhunt. He had cops from all over the state. He had Tennessee Bureau of Investigations on his ass. He had Tennessee State Police. He even had fucking FBI and a major city near Blount County on his ass. There were 3 SWAT trucks. Oh, and on top of that, he had the FBI on his ass.
I see.
Because they issued a blue alert. Do you know what a blue alert is?
I don't.
When a police officer is injured or killed in the line of duty, and the suspect is on the run, they issue a blue alert.
Okay.
Which means it's all hands on fucking deck. Mm-hmm. Like, a blue alert is typically statewide, but I think it was nationwide at that point.
I see.
So, they had 3 SWAT teams when they arrested the fucker.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't even deserve to have a name anymore.
Yeah.
He's just simply the fucker.
The cop killer.
Did I show you the video of him getting processed?
Yes. It looked like every cop in the entire city was there inside of that booking area.
Yeah. And he even tried to play the victim card, the black card, and they just were not fucking having it.
Yeah.
And the sad part is, if he didn't shoot the cop, he would have spent a night, maybe 2, in jail. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Shelby Eggers, that's it.
The dude or the female cop?
The female cop.
Oh. I was going to say, I don't remember his name being Shelby.
Me neither. But the entire fucking state, and federal for that matter, was hunting his ass.
I see.
How they figured out where he was, I'm not sure. I think it was a mix of technology, locating. He didn't throw his fucking phone. He didn't ditch it. He kept it on him.
Yeah, that's your first mistake.
So they were able to track him in and out of state and then back in.
I see.
Like, what?
Yeah.
You know, like, if I were in his shoes, which I would never shoot a cop, let alone 2, I would ditch the vehicle, I'd ditch the clothes, and I would ditch the phone.
Yeah.
And then I would alter my appearance.
Yeah. But the moral of the story here.
If you shoot a cop, you are not going to get away with it. Like, I promise you that much.
You will either be arrested for put in jail for the rest of your life or be died.
Died it very hard.
Yes. You will be killed to death.
You will taste that nuke, bitch.
Yes!
I told you I was going to work it in there.
There you go.
Taste that nuke, bitch.
There you go. But, no, here at the, Taboo Tater Tots Club, we don't stan cops, but we do support good cops and good policing. Because not a cab, S-cab, meaning some cops are bastards.
I'm a firm believer that most cops are good.
Yes.
But the media only focuses on the bad ones.
Yes.
Because that's what gets the views.
Yes. And it's very easy to be like, hey, that person in power is bad because he has power. And just
Biden.
And just because, a cop shoots someone doesn't mean that it's automatically a bad thing.
Yeah.
I would rather have a cop kill somebody during a stop than have that somebody potentially do awful, horrible things on the streets.
Yeah.
Of course, depending on what that thing is. There's a thing called nuance, which means that there are circumstances in which something could be acceptable, and people don't understand that the world isn't just black and white. There are very rare situations in this life that are black and white. Very rare. But
yeah, it's not just black and white. There's Mexicans, too.
Yes, there are Mexican times.
If anything, if you want to fucking say that police are racist, I'll fucking bring race into nuance.
Like I said earlier, just here in this episode, I have been the victim of racial profiling and cops being shitty just because I'm Hispanic. I understand that happens. But
Honestly,
I also
black people racially profile too.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. Everybody does.
They get upset if you paint your face black and go out in public.
Okay.
Which,
barring that,
by the way, I do not think should be the case. If it's obviously meant to be a racial...
Yeah, I don't think that blackface is 100% all the time, every time, bad. I really don't think so. Maybe 85% of the time, sure.
But it should be dependent on the context.
Yes.
Like if
there's context. You're like, okay, very good example. I am Christian. I believe in God and Jeebus from the Bible, and I think abortion is wrong. Do I think all abortions all the time are wrong? No. Sometimes the mother can die, therefore killing both of them. Sometimes people get raped. Sometimes, all abortions are not bad. I believe that there are some circumstances that abortions should be allowed. That's fine.
You should have been aborted.
Probably. I should have tasted the nuke.
Taste my nuke, bitch.
But the issue is everything, policing, abortion, drugs, almost every single situation that you could possibly think of
somehow has race thrown into it.
I was going to say could be bad or good, but that too, sure.
But I'm right. Like,
yes.
How many times have you ever met a Mexican Mormon?
Yes.
What was that like? Just kidding.
Well, I was going to say, just super quick here. Technically,
Buddy, that's my foot. That tickles.
Technically, yes, I had a friend who is Mexican and it was a Mormon, but the only reason why he got baptized as a Mormon so that he could get a free ride to college if he so chose to. That was literally the only reason. But
wait, the Mormon Church gives you fucking free.
Not free ride. But if you choose to go, if you are a Mormon and you choose to go to a Mormon college, they will. There's definitely perks to that, definitely. But no, I'm sure there are every race of every religion. I don't know.
Do you think somebody's ever done blackface at a KKK rally? Genuine question.
Probably.
Right?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, I got a joke for you.
Okay.
So, shit, how did it go?
N-words! No, I'm just kidding.
So, a black kid got flour dumped on him, okay?
Okay.
And he walks up to his mama and goes, Look, Ma, I'm a white man.
Mm-hmm.
She hits him with the spoon and tells him to go tell his father.
Mm-hmm.
So, he walks up to his father and goes, Look, Pa, I'm a white man. The dad then proceeds to punch him in the face and goes, Get away from me, cracker!
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Haha. Anyway,
I can't remember exactly how the joke went. It's a funny joke.
Okay.
I'll
believe you.
I just pulled it out of my ass trying to recreate it.
Okay.
It's a funny joke, though.
Do we have anything else to discuss about Dexter Jetster? Dexter Reed. Dexter Reed. Yes. Dexter Jet. Fuck. That's a Star Wars character. Do we have anything else to discuss about him?
No.
The fucking dude.
No.
No?
Anyways, moving on. So, in one of the episodes we recorded, we talked about Scooby-Doo and the lore behind it.
Yeah.
I did some research.
Did you really?
Yes.
Okay.
First of all, you're a fucking imbecile.
Why?
It's not a god race or whatever you said. It's a fucking alien. Scooby is an alien in a dog's body.
Okay.
Also, did you know that he has a sister?
We discussed this on that episode, yes.
Did you know that the original plan was for them to have sex and have a puppy?
in a cartoon show from what, the late 70s, early 80s?
Depends what version of Scooby-Doo you're talking about.
Okay, the one that happened in the early 2010s, I could believe that, because they talk about that there are several innuendos in that show. Anyway.
But yeah, and also there's a theory that there's 2 different timelines.
Oh.
In the Scooby-Doo universe.
Okay.
One being where something, and there's a distinguishing factor, and I'm drawing a blank now. But yeah.
Okay.
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Where are you?
Scorby-Door. Speaking of Scooby-Doo, the dogs seem to be very agitated. They probably want to go out. We're past an hour and a half. My energy levels are dipping. Is there anything else that you want to say before we close out?
Taste my nuke, bitch!
Alrighty, we thank you all for joining us and watching us and liking us and all that good stuff. Remember to check out our Patreon. Hopefully by the time this episode goes out, we'll have some structure to it. Share with a friend, share with your grandmother, share with the
dog
crackhead outside of your local gas station.
Okay, I'll call Debbie then.
You can't say that.
Says who? Did I say any last names? Did I say
not.
Did I say any identifying features?
Crackhead?
Yeah, well, shut up, crackhead.
Okay. We will see you in the next episode where we
taste our nukes.
Taste. Bye.